Good afternoon, my name is Jordan Lambert, market analyst at Gelatama Management. Despite US consumer confidence rising to a 5-year high, gold is still range bound, albeit the range has widened $9 due to the volatility last night. Gold managing to hold its ground even though short-term support at 1382 was broken, does show that there is still good demand for the metal. According to reports, there are an increasing number of short positions by market participants, which, although sounds bearish, could cause an intense rally, especially if the bulls can finally trigger these short stops. These short stops will, the logical place for these short stops will be just above the various resistance levels around the 1400 mark, which, if the bulls can launch another forceful attack, which is convincing enough to force through 1400, this could trigger the stops and lead to a significant rally. Technically speaking, it's very much of the same story. We are range bound, however the range has widened slightly by $9 to 1373 to 1400, and we saw another test of 1400 last night caused by the volatility. There's not much to add from yesterday's analysis because the market is rather neutral, but the bulls may find comfort in the fact that the medium-term bearish trend has come to an halt, but it certainly is not bullish until we break through 1400. It's also worth noting that the parabolic has recently switched to a buy signal just here a few periods ago. So that might be an indication that we are ready to test 1400 again. So the medium-term price direction is very much about whether we can break through 1400 or whether there will be a series of lower lows and lower highs, indicating that the bears may finally win this battle. If we do see lower lows and lower highs, possible target levels would be 1354, especially if 1373 is broken. Also bear in mind that these levels, support levels at 1373, at 1354, do provide possible bounce trade opportunities, however do incorporate and consider the fundamental news that may be driving price lower towards these levels before executing a buy, because it could easily force through these levels if the fundamentals are bearish enough, and also incorporate any candlestick data before executing a buy. Economic data today is lacking any potential real impact on the gold market, but tomorrow on Thursday we do have US preliminary GDP and US pending home sales that could move the market from a fundamental perspective, so be aware of that. Thank you very much for listening to me. I will speak to you again same time tomorrow.